Krishna all.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all. We'll have a just 2 minute kirtan and then we will immediately start. Shubhadaya Krishna Prithaya Bhagavatam Bhagavati Vedanta Swami Vinam Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunmadi Paschatya Desha Dharamite Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
I don't have to do waste time.
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय Hare Krishna. Let us start with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavauscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitauscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna all, I welcome you all again and I seek your blessings. So whatever I speak is in Guru Parampara and for the pleasure of the Lord. If it is possible, can you switch on your cameras? Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, thank you, Matajis. So let us start. Would anybody like to share just what you covered in the last class? Any one of you? Yes, any one of you would like to share what did you do in the last session? Anything, whatever you remember. Yes, we are. What story we are doing? Mataji,
Krishna was bound by the rope
Damodar
by
Leela
Yashoda
correct,
Damodar.
correct. We
Mother
are
is
discussing.
Mother buys him, and Krishna is angry that mother is leaving him and going to see the milk which is kept in the this thing.
Correct,
So he gets annoyed.
correct. So we are actually doing very sweet pastimes of Lord Krishna, isn't it?
Yes, mother.
These are sweetest pastimes. Vrindavan Leelas are sweetest. So let us start today's session. And I'll just share the screen. Yes, we are going to cover only these shlokas today. Okay, so two of you can recite the two shlokas and then somebody can read the translation and one will read the purport. Okay, Sudha Mataji, you want to read the shloka?
Yes, mother.
Yes, Mataji, you can read.
Hare Krishna. न चान्तर्न बहिर्यस्य न पूर्वं नापि चापरं पूर्वापरं बहिश्चान्तर् जगत् जगतो यो जगच्चयः.
Any anybody else wants to read the next shloka? Yes, Krishna Sevini Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay, after you, I can recite after you, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji, Krishna Sevini Mataji wants to recite.
No, by all means, with great pleasure. Hare Krishna,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
न चान्तर्न बहिर्यस्य न
Mata,
पूर्वं.
Mataji, next shloka.
Second
14th.
one.
Yeah, second one.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
तन्मत्वात्मजम् अव्यक्तं मर्त्यलिङ्गमधोक्षजं गोपिको लूकले दाम्ना बबन्ध प्राकृतं यथा.
Yes.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, you can read the translation.
Mataji, again. It has to be scroll a little bit
Yeah, okay.
up, Mataji.
Is it okay now? Can you see, Prabhuji? Is it visible? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, is it visible now?
Yes, Mataji. I am
Yeah, you
seeing.
can
Am I audible, Mataji?
yeah, now
Am I
you are
audible?
audible. Now you are audible.
Okay. Translation Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki. The supreme personality of God has no beginning and no end, no exterior, no interior, no front and no rear. In other words, he is all pervading. because he is not the element of for him. There is no difference between past, present, and future. He is being absolute, being unity, free distinction between cause and effect. He is the cause and the effect of everything. That no human child. Consider him a more
Your voice is breaking.
found him
Hare
to be
Krishna Prabhuji, your voice is breaking.
Yes, not understand.
I think somebody
okay.
else can read the
So
purport.
better, Mataji, I am
Yes.
in outside. It may be net problem, I think.
Okay,
So
okay,
please
Prabhu.
interest any some other devotees. But sorry,
Yeah,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yes, Divya Mataji, will you read the purport?
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In Bhagavad Gita 10.12, Krishna is described as the Supreme Brahman, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma. The word Brahma means the greatest. Krishna is greater than the greatest because being unlimited and all-pervading. How can it be possible for the all-pervading to be measured or bound? Then again, Krishna is the time factor. Therefore, he is all-pervading not only in space but also in time. We have measurements of time, but although we are limited by past, present, and future, for Krishna, these do not exist. Every individual person can be measured, but Krishna has already shown that although he also is an individual, the entire cosmic manifestation is within his mouth. All these points considered, Krishna cannot be measured. How then did Yashoda want to measure him and bind him? We must conclude that this took place simply on the platform of pure transcendental love. This was the only cause. Advaitam Achyutam Anandim Anantan Rupam Adyam 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 Purana Purusha Nava Yauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhaktya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. Brahma Samhita 5.33. Everything is one because Krishna is the supreme cause of everything. Krishna cannot be measured or calculated by Vedic knowledge. Vedeshu Durlabam. He is available only to devotees. Adurlabam Atma Bhaktam. Devotees can handle him because they act on the basis of loving service. Bhaktya Mama Abhijananti Yavan Yas Jasmi Tat Thus Mother Yashoda wanted to bind him. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, thank you, Mataji. So we are going to discuss on this shloka these two shlokas today. So let us understand, let us be grateful to Shukadev Goswami, who has, who narrated Srimand Bhagwatam to Parikshit Maharaj, right? These pastimes, everybody of, I mean, all of you know this pastime, isn't it? Damodar Leela, everybody knows. We have heard this story in our childhood also. But still, whenever we hear it, we relish it more and more, isn't it? Is it true with everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
Isn't
Mataji.
it? Yes, we always relish it. So let us understand a little bit about it. It is Srimad Bhagwatam is given by Shukadev Goswami, and it is said in the first canto, first chapter, third verse, that Nigama Kalpa Taror Galitam Shukamukha Drava Amruta Sanyutam. Okay. So it is the ripened fruit. Srimad Bhagwatam is called as the ripened fruit. And we know that in this world, a particular tree gives only a particular type of fruit. Like a mango tree will give only mango fruit. Apple tree will give only apple ka fruit. But this tree of Vedic wisdom, it gives different fruits depending upon the aspirations of the practitioner. So it gives bhukti fruit, it gives mukti fruit, it also gives bhakti fruit. Correct? So this is the Srimad Bhagwatam is the ripened fruit of devotional nectar, and we will just understand it how beautiful this Srimad Bhagavatam is, and that how great its sweetness is, and that's why we are able to relish all these leelas again and again. We are hearing it from so many years, but still we are able to relish it. So there is a fruit in one in a tree on one branch, one of the branches, and there are ants crawling on the ground. Now it is not possible for the ants, the ants can never taste the juice of the mango fruit on the tree. It is not possible for them. The ant can only hope, but they cannot taste the sweetness of that mango fruit. So what to do? But there is a very merciful bird, parrot. So what this bird does, when the parrot sees that sees the ants, he thinks to himself that ants cannot taste the juice of the mango, so better I will do something for them. And the parrot decides to put his beak inside the mango fruit. Now, when the parrot puts his beak inside the mango tree, mango fruit, three things happen. Okay, the first one is when the parrot is putting his beak, he is tasting that fruit himself. He is tasting mango himself. He is tasting the sweetness of mango. Then, second is because of the saliva of the parrot, the taste of mango increases, and the sweetness is enhanced. The mango is already sweet, but because of parrot's saliva, the sweetness of the fruit increases much more. And the third thing is because he puts his beak inside the fruit, few drops of that mango juice, it falls down on the ground, and those ants who are crawling on the ground, they can taste the sweetness of that mango. So how we can relate this thing with Srimad Bhagavatam is the parrot puts his beak inside the mango fruit. So who is that parrot? Can anybody say?
Shukadeva Goswami.
Correct. So that parrot is Shukadev Goswami. He is the most worshipable parrot of Radharani, Srimati Radharani. So he is putting his beak inside the mango fruit, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. And he is tasting the sweetness of Srimad Bhagavatam. He is the best example of a Rasika Vaishnava. And then second is the saliva. The saliva increases the sweetness of the fruit, which means that bhav of Shukadev Goswami, it gets mixed, or it gets coupled with the commentaries of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the sweetness of Srimad Bhagavatam increases. And Srimad Bhagavatam, it is being a fruit, it is already sweet, but because it is coupled with bhav of Shukadev Goswami, its sweetness is enhanced. It is more sweet now. And then finally, the drops of that mango juice, they fall on ground, and ants ants get a chance to taste that fruit. So who are the ants in this case?
We
ourselves.
We are the ants. And on our own accord, it is never possible for us to taste the sweetness of this great scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. But because Shukadev Goswami has put the beak inside this mango of Srimad Bhagavatam, with his bhav, he has increased the taste of this mango, and then he has given this fruit to us, the ripened fruit, what we call it as. And he has brought down this taste for us through the parampara, disciplic succession of acharyas. So from one self-realized acharya to another self-realized acharya to another, that way that sweetness has come down in disciplic succession, and ants, we are the ants, we are able to taste the sweetness of that. So that's why we should be really grateful to Shukadev Goswami, who narrated this Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. And because of him only, we are able to, relish this sweet pastimes of Lord Krishna. So when this Srimad Bhagavatam, it enters the ears of the listener, our ears are like doors, and when Srimad Bhagavatam enters through the doors of our ears into our human body, it cleanses, it clears all the contamination that has been present for lifetimes. We don't know since how many lifetimes we are accumulating dust in our heart, correct? So the heart gets cleansed, and that is when we are able to understand Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. Correct? We know that Krishna reveals himself only to his devotees, isn't it? Otherwise, so many people, Duryodhana also saw Krishna's, Vishwaroop form, but he couldn't understand it. Correct? So only when the heart is cleansed, we can really understand the sweet pastimes of the Lord. So generally people ask, what will happen by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam? Because in this age of Kali Yuga, people they are looking for profit in each and everything. So always it is like, what is there in for me? Otherwise, people are not interested in the things. So what Shukadev Goswami says is, Bhaktir utpadyate pumsam shokam moha bhayapaha. Okay, so that means when the listener listens or attentively listens to this, hears this Srimad Bhagavatam, two things happen. One is bhakti utpadyate, means bhakti rises in the heart, in our heart, just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And the second thing is shoka moha bhayapaha. That means three things are destroyed. Shoka, that is lamentation, then moha, illusion, and bhaya, that is fear. All these things which are already present in our heart, they are destroyed by hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam. And in first 9 cantos, Shukadev Goswami stresses that this point is emphasized, that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is Swayam Bhagavan. In third chapter, first canto, third chapter, the shloka is Ete cham shakala pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Rudayanti Yuge Yuge. So Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. So this point is emphasized. And when we come to the 10th canto, then we can relish the, we are not bewildered by hearing pastimes of Krishna, right? He is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he is stealing butter. Mother Yashoda is going to chastise him. She is going to bind him. So an ordinary person will not be able to understand this unless and until he understands the supremacy of the Lord. Okay, so this is about the sweetness of Bhagavatam and how we can relish the Leelas. Now we'll see how Krishna is great. It is mentioned in the translation that he has no beginning, he has no end, no interior, no exterior, that he is all pervading, no front, no rear. So let us understand Krishna's greatness, and then we will understand Yashoda's greatness also, Yashoda's qualities also, that how she was able to bind such a great personality of Godhead. Okay, so let us understand Krishna's supremacy. A beautiful shloka is given in the purport of from Brahma Samhita. This is by Brahmaji, who is glorifying the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna. Advaitam achyutam anadi mananta rupam adyam purana purusham navayauvanam cha vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atma bhaktau Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This is a beautiful shloka. How Krishna is the, he is Advaitam. So, Advaitam means he There is no one equal or superior to him. He is called as Asama Urdhva. That means no one is equal or superior to him. He has no replica of him. Generally, we see in market, we suppose a mobile phone. So the company manufactures so many mobile phones of the same type. If the phone, it is upgraded, then again they manufacture so many mobile phones. But Krishna is not like that. He is one and only. Correct? So that's why he is Advaitam. There is no one like him. And of course, he is the source of everything, and everything rests in him. That is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. So everything rests in me, like the pearls are strung on a string. So he is the source and he is the sustenance of everything. However, he can expand, he can make his replicas, and he can expand himself into unlimited forms. They are equal in potency, but all are one person only. That is the meaning of Advaitam. He is Achyutam, means infallible. He never fails in showing compassion, affection to his devotees. He never fails in protecting his devotees. He is Anadim. That means no beginning, no end, which is written in the purport. No beginning, no end. He has no birth. He just appears on this planet in the form of incarnations, and we know why he appears. Why Krishna appears here?
To kill the demons, to protect the devotees.
Correct.
Paritrana sadhuna
Correct.
Vinasaya Chaturshrutam.
Perfect.
Dharma Sanstapana.
Sansthapanaya
They establish
Sambhavami
the Dharma.
Yuge. Correct. So for these reasons, he appears in this world, but he is Anadim. He has no beginning. He has no birth. He just appears and disappears from this world. Then Ananta Rupam. So there are two meanings of this. That is, one is his form is unlimited. Correct? And he has unlimited forms. So his form is unlimited means we know that in the battle of Kurukshetra, Krishna showed his Vishwarup darshan to Arjuna. He exhibited his Vishwarup form. Correct? And generally, when we see a person, that person is present in front of us. Correct? If we look behind, we cannot see that person. If we look up, we cannot see that person. If we look left, if we look right, we cannot see that person. He is only present in front of us. But when Krishna exhibited his Vishwarupa form, Arjuna saw him everywhere. East, west, north, south, top, down, everywhere he saw Krishna. And he saw Krishna's faces, he saw Krishna's bellies, eyes, ornaments, hands, everything was there in all directions. So he is Anantarupam. And then he has unlimited forms. So can you tell some examples where we can see that he has unlimited forms?
When Narada went to Dwaraka, Narada wanted to see him.
Correct.
There he saw in all the palaces doing different activities.
Correct. So
and
he was
Gopis, Ras Leela also. Hare Krishna.
perfect. And
105.
yes, Mataji?
16,000 queens. 16,108
Correct.
queens.
Correct. So he expanded into those many forms, and as Mataji said, in every palace he was doing some different activity with his wife, isn't it? And
Brahma Vimohan Leela also, Mataji.
correct, Mataji, perfect. So Brahma Vimohan Leela also, he expanded in the cowherd boys and cows, correct? So he has unlimited forms, but he is one only, isn't it? Then Adyam is he is the origin, he is the source of everything. We know that shloka from Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Correct? Everything emanates from him. He is the origin. He is the source of everything. And then Purana Purusham Nava Yauvanam. So Purana Purusham means what? He is the oldest person because everything is coming from him. So he is the oldest one. Correct? But still he is ever youthful. Right? Have you seen Krishna with white beard and white hair? Have we seen any picture of Krishna painted like that?
No,
No,
Mataji.
We have
Mataji.
never seen Krishna. He is always youthful, correct? So he is Navayavanam, always youthful, correct? So these are the some of the things which emphasizes his greatness. He is the source. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. Correct? And such a great, such a great person, such a great, he is the Lord, he is all pervading. And what Leela we are discussing is Damodar Leela, where Mother Yashoda is trying to bind such a supreme personality of Godhead, isn't it? So how this is possible? How Mother Yashoda can bind Lord Krishna? That we will discuss now. So now the background is Yashoda. You must have seen in previous verses that Krishna, we know that the gopis always complain that Krishna steals butter. He comes to our houses and wherever we keep the butter pots, but still he finds them out and he steals butter. So it is a sweet complaint actually. So if Mother Yashoda asks them that, okay, then I will I will punish him and I will keep him at home, then the gopis immediately they say, no, let him come. So they also want that Krishna should come to their houses and steal the butter, isn't it? So Yashoda Mata is always hearing that these sort of complaints. And so one day she thinks that why Krishna is stealing butter, though I am making so much butter at home. So she thinks that might be Krishna doesn't like because the maid servants are making the butter, he might not be liking it. So I myself will churn the butter, churn the milk, and I will take out butter from it and I will feed it to Krishna. And so she starts churning, and then actually then we know that Krishna actually and she keeps milk for boiling, and Krishna is she was feeding Krishna, but then she saw she had an eye on the milk in the pot. So when she sees that the milk is going to spill, she keeps Krishna down and she runs to save that milk, and Krishna is displeased. So we understand here one point that we say that a devotee is the one who pleases Krishna always, isn't it? But here Mother Yashoda has displeased Krishna, but still we are saying that she is a great devotee of the Lord. So how come this? How can we say like that? On the other hand, when Hiranyaksha and Varahadev, they were fighting, Hiranyaksha was slamming Lord Varahadev, and Varahadev was becoming happy, correct? Because he was in that virya ras, and he was becoming happy that he is fighting with me with such a valor and all. So actually he was pleasing the Lord, but here we understand that Mother Yashoda is displeasing the Lord, but still we say that Yashoda is the devotee of the Lord and not this Hiranyaksha. So why is it so? Yes, anyone? Any guesses?
Mataji, can you
Yes.
explain the question again, Mataji?
I asked Mother Yashoda, she kept little Krishna down. She was feeding breast milk to Krishna, but because she wanted to look after that milk, she kept him down and she went. And that's why Krishna was displeased with her, isn't it? he started crying, and then he took a stone and he broke the butter pot also, and he started eating butter and all. So actually he displeased Mother Yashoda displeased him, correct? But in the fight between Varahadev and Hiranyaksha, we see that actually Varahadev was getting pleased when Hiranyaksha was fighting with him. It was in that Virya Ras, right? So still, why we say that Yashoda is a devotee of Lord and not Hiranyaksha?
Mother Yashoda in Vatsalya Bhava.
Okay.
And then that Varaha,
Hiranyaksha.
that demon Hiranyaksha is enemy. He is not accepting. He is not a devotee, I think.
But he was pleasing the Lord, na Prabhuji? He was pleasing. Varahadev was
Yes.
he was getting
Oh,
pleased
yes.
by
I do
his
agree.
fight. Huh?
That is a different kind of liberation they get. But devotees, Mother Yashoda has done so many pious deeds. She's a pure devotee, right? Yeah, that's what.
But still, why she is displeasing then?
Mataji, Hare Krishna, that
Yes, Mataji.
Nalakuvera Manigriva, their liberation had to happen, Mataji. If she is not displeased, then she will not, try to catch hold of him. And Damodar Leela would not have happened otherwise.
Okay, all of you are all of you are close, all of you are correct also. One thing I just want to say, that in both these cases their intentions, it matters a lot. Okay, so apparently Mother Yashoda displeased Krishna, but her intention was she wanted to boil that milk for Krishna only, because she wanted to make butter for Krishna. So her intention was to please Krishna, isn't it? But Hiranyaksha, he was fighting because he wanted to destroy Krishna. Right? So that is the difference. And that's why Yashoda is the great devotee of the Lord and not Hiranyaksha. And in this Kartik month, we worship Damodar, Yashoda Damodar, isn't it? And we sing Damodar Ashtakam. So because she is a great devotee, pure devotee of the Lord, right? So all of you said correctly, but the intention matters. The intention with which we want to, we are serving the Lord, isn't it? Same thing happened with Kamsa also. Kamsa, he always, 24/7, he was thinking of Krishna. Why? Because the celestial voice had said that eighth child of Devaki is going to kill you. So he was constantly thinking of Krishna, but still he is not a devotee of Krishna. Why? Because he wanted to destroy Krishna. He was thinking of Krishna and thinking, but his intention was not right. His intention was not good. Correct? So that is the thing. And then, yes. So what we were discussing? So I was just narrating the story. So Yashoda Mata, so Krishna was displeased, and then he broke the butter pot. He started eating the butter, and also he called his monkey friends, and all of them, they were eating butter. And when Mother Yashoda saw this, she thought that this is a small child and he is stealing butter, and he is lying, and he is eating dirt, and he is doing so many mischievous acts, that which father will marry his daughter to him, such a mischievous child? Who will give him how can he will get married? So she thinks that this is the time, I should teach him a lesson, I should punish him, right? As we are all mothers and fathers, and we know that when we should, how we should discipline our children, isn't it? So same thing, Mother Yashoda is also thinking, and so she takes that stick and she starts running behind Lord Krishna. And when she is running behind Lord Krishna, uh, just now we saw how Krishna is the greatest of he is the greatest personality, is the supreme personality of Godhead. And we say that whoever takes shelter on unto the lotus feet of the Lord, he becomes fearless, isn't it? But here we see, in this pastime, we see that that great personality, he is running in fear, seeing the stick in Mother Yashoda's hand, isn't it? So that person who dragged Kamsa to death, or who destroyed that mad elephant Kualaipida, and he killed so many demons for that matter, isn't it? And he is now running just in fear, just looking at that stick in Mother Yashoda's hand. And when Lord is running, Yashoda Mata is also chasing him. And the flowers, you must have seen in the previous verse, before 1-2 verses, the flowers that are on the head of Mother Yashoda, they think to themselves that Supreme Lord is granting fearlessness to everyone. And now, seeing Mother Yashoda's love, he is running in fear. So our position is not on her head, but our position is actually at her feet, because her love is so high that she has conquered Lord completely she has conquered completely the heart of Lord Krishna, and thinking that they fall down on the ground at her feet. So, and one more thing, how Yashoda was able to bind Krishna? See, whenever we want to bind something, two things are required, isn't it? One is rope and the time to bind that thing, isn't it? So, rope, if something is limited, then we can no surround it with another thing, or we can measure, we can accordingly we can bring the rope. If the thing is known, we can measure that thing. But here we see that the Lord is unlimited. Nobody can measure it, because we saw in his Vishwarupa Darshan, he was all pervading, and he was all over, as Arjuna was seeing him everywhere. So such a Lord, how can one bind with rope? Correct? And he is beyond the time and space of this material world, isn't it? In spiritual world there is no time, but only in this world time and space, and Prabhupada is talking about all these things are created only for this material world, not in the spiritual world. So such a Lord, how one can bind? So only the thing by which uh, he was bound is nothing but her devotional service, her love, unconditional love for the Lord, right? So there is a beautiful example of Kolavecha, Sridhar Kolavecha, and he was a very poor person, and he had nothing. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as Nimai Pandit, every day he would come and he would buy banana leaves from him, and he would bargain every day. They will have a dialogue, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will bargain, and Sridhar Kolavecha will not agree with that. And that loving exchanges every day used to happen. And Brahma and other demigods, they are really hankering, they are performing yajnas and sacrifices, so that they can get association of the Lord. But this Sridhar Kolavecha, he is getting every day Lord is coming to him and is having interaction with him. So this is possible only and only because of bhakti, um, bhakti for the Lord, devotion for the Lord, isn't it? So Yashoda Mata also is able. She was not a strong lady, like she was a simple cowherd lady, isn't it? A damsel of Vrajabhumi, and she was not as strong as Kamsa or other demons. She was very simple lady, but how she could bind Krishna? Just by her love for the Lord, isn't it? So that is the only thing which binds Krishna. Even if you have, even if you have wealth, even if you have followers, even if you have scholarly abilities, nothing can bind Krishna, but only pure love can bind Krishna. So from this pastime, and in subsequent verses it will come, the rope, how the rope was short, and what that means, that will come in the subsequent sessions. But what we have to understand here is, from this pastime, that only no by doing this sadhana bhakti, uh, we can develop love for Lord, and by hearing such leelas and such pastimes, one can be, one can get purified, one's heart will get cleansed, and then we can develop love for the Lord, pure love for the Lord, gradually. It is not possible no, immediately, but gradually, definitely, we can achieve that, and we can go back to Godhead, back to him, correct? So that is for today. If you have any questions, or if you want to share something, we can have that. So pure love is very important. That is the thing which is emphasized through this Leela. Yes, anybody has to, any one of you want to say something? Yes?
Hare Krishna Mataji, you said three things, na? Bhaya, that is fear, and
Yes.
lamentation,
Yes,
something, three
yes,
words you said, Mataji.
Yes. Shoka moha bhaya.
Okay. So shoka is mostly for the
Lament.
past, regarding the past,
Yes,
we
yes,
think, right?
correct.
Fear is about future.
Correct. And moha is about
Moha is for-
present.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Yes,
Bol.
thank you, Mother. And we can also learn one thing, that how Yashoda Mata was continuously absorbed in thoughts of Lord. So whatever she was doing, she was thinking about the Lord, and she was contemplating that on that only. So that absorption, that 24/7, she was thinking of her baby only, baby Krishna only. So that that is a point which we can, practically try to apply in our lives.
Mataji,
Yes.
one more doubt, not related to just today's class.
Okay.
In the three births, Krishna came as their son, Mataji.
Yes.
One is this one. Another one was the previous one was Kashyap. No, what is it?
Kashyap Aditi
Kashyap.
as Vamana Dev.
Okay. Yes. Third one, Mataji.
That I think Suttapa and
Prishni.
Prishni Garbha. He came as Prishni Garbha.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, anyone else has to share something? Otherwise, we will stop here. Thank you so much. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। वैष्णव ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू सो मच। हरे कृष्णा।
Mataji, Hare
Thank you,
हरे
Thank you,
कृष्णा।
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare
Amazing
Krishna,
class.
Mataji.
हरे
Wonderful.
कृष्णा।
Pranam,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Thank you so much. We'll end the session.